Hello everyone, welcome to Royal Online Tutorials, the online education channel. Today in our video we are going to discuss the partnering model. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe the channel and like the video. The simplest way to understand the concept of partnering is to think of it as working together for a mutual benefit. So here those who work together may be suppliers, employees, customers, and even businesses that are potential competitors. Adding to that, we have several benefits that can be derived from partnering, such as partnering may lead to continual improvements in such key areas as processes and products, relationships between customers and suppliers, and customer satisfaction. So here the internal partnering may improve the relationships among employees, also among departments within an organization. And when taken as a whole, these individual benefits add up to enhance competitiveness. At the same time, establishing partnering relationships with suppliers or customers is becoming a process that should be highly taken into consideration and in a systematic way. So in this video, we are going to provide the partnering model that can be used as a guide in the formation of partnering relationships with both external and internal suppliers and customers. Starting with the first step, we should develop a partnering briefing as a first step. So here partnering is about creating cooperative alliances. So before trying to establish such an alliance, a partnering briefing must be developed in order to make sure everyone involved may understand the partnering as a concept. Then we should identify potential partners. Here, any external or internal supplier or customer is or can be a potential partner. So choosing partners in an order determined by how much value this partnership can have toward enhancing quality, productivity, or competitiveness. Moreover, the internal partnerships between the design and the manufacturing departments may also have considering like a potential in this regard, knowing that the partnership between the manufacturing department and major external suppliers may also have an excellent potential. Then we should identify key decision makers. We know that in every organization there are key people whose support is needed in order to make an evolving initiative the organization may work. So here identifying the key decision makers in any organization is considered as a potential partner, and their support must be won if a successful partnership is to be formed. After that, we should conduct a partnering briefing. Here, we will call a meeting of the key decision makers in both the organizations, that's mean yours and the potential partners. Then, we should present a briefing explaining the partnering concept with time built in for discussion and the questions. And the briefing should answer the following questions, which are two important questions. The first one, how can we mutually benefit from a partnership? And the second question is about what is expected from each partner. Then we will be determining the level of commitment. So here, after the key decision makers have been briefed, so we should gauge their level of commitment. And we can here ask an important questions. Are they willing to commit to the partnership for the long run? Are they willing to make any and all philosophical changes that may be necessary for the partnership to work? After that, we will decide whether there is sufficient commitment. If the key decision makers show reluctance, they are not likely to make a full commitment to the partnership. Then there is no need to proceed any further with the potential partners who seem reluctant. The better course of action in such a case is to break off further involvement and begin the process again with another potential external partner. And in the opposite side, if the level of commitment is sufficient, then we should proceed to the next step in the process. After this step, we should identify the key operational personnel. Here, if the level of commitment is sufficient to proceed with the partnership, who are the key people from both the organizations needed to put into operation? So here it's a question that should be asked. Who are those key people? Then, another question, are personnel needed from marketing, purchasing, manufacturing, or accounting? So we should identify the people who will be needed to put into action the commitment made by the executive level decision makers. After that, we will be forming the partnership team. Here, the key people identified as necessary to putting the partnership into operation and should be formed into teams. What does that mean? This means that more than just naming them to the team, they must be given the opportunities to get to know and trust each other. Mentioning that the success of the partnership will depend in great measure on the willingness and ability of these team members to work together in a mutually supportive and trusting manner. After that, we will be developing the mission statement. Here, the partnership team needs a clear mission statement so that everyone involved may understand what the team is supposed to do. And this mission statement should be developed by the executive level decision makers from both the organizations. After that, and after also writing the mission statement in general terms, because after developing the mission statement, now we wrote this mission statement in general terms. Now it will be translated into more specific terms by objectives. That's why we said developing objectives. And these objectives should be developed by the partners and ratified by the executive level decision makers of both partnership organizations. Adding to that, the objectives should be specific and measurable. Finally, the last step is about prioritizing the objectives and begin. It will take several objectives to completely translate the mission statement into measurable actions. Here, the importance of these objectives is relative. Although all are important, the objectives should be prioritized and listed in order from the most important to the least one. And after priorities have been established and confirmed by the executive level personnel, then the work necessary to accomplish them begins. Finally, we should know that the results should be well monitored, and the same for the appropriate actions. They should be also well taken when problems arise. Thank you for watching my channel.